Listen, okay? JD Vance is Trump's VP pick. It's an odd pick as far as I'm concerned. JD Vance is basically like, he's literally a Catholic convert. That basically tells you everything you need to know about him. I think that like a lot of young people, and he is 39, he's relatively young, he bantied around a lot of like fascist adjacent ideological approaches before eventually settling on the one that they all do eventually, which is just like regular plain old fascism. In his case, he might actually be a Nazi. I don't know. That's you look at his history and there are all these like weird internally inconsistent patterns, but everything is led now to this point where he basically is indistinguishable from the kind of like internet fake trad cath neo-Nazi you see on Twitter. I'm pretty sure he literally is like chummy with some Groyper and Proud Boy types. He's an odd pick because JD Vance is ugly and doesn't have that much pull or clout in like the broader Republican space. He's not a woman, so he doesn't shore up any weakness of the Republican Party has right now with regards to like, you know, abortion rights, which is a huge issue for them right now. I don't think he's that ugly, lol. He has a deeply uncanny appearance, and I will not apologize for pointing this out. He used to be critical of Donald Trump because he used to be one of those like you know, Peter Thiel, like great cathedral, I'm not a populist fascist, I'm actually like a technocrat who's above it all kind of things. But again, all of these positions invariably collapse. He has like this this like Roblox square head baby face weird thing. I don't know. He's got a very uncanny appearance. His beard is pulling a lot of weight. Listen, let's not go after beards pulling a lot of weight, okay? Personally, I think that's going a step too far. Thank you very much. He looks like a fat owl. He does look a little bit like a fat owl. I'm pretty sure there have literally been leaks of him being in like group chats with young, like, I don't know, Fuentes fans or whatever. I know he's had photos taken with the Proud Boys. He is like very, very, very far right. He's ideologically to the right of Trump. I don't think he's a great VP pick in terms of his ability to rope new people in. I do think that he'll be a good submissive lapdog and do what he needs to do because fascists are ideologically submissive and go along with whatever they need to in order to achieve the power they hope to achieve. Yeah, I don't know. Remember how I've said before in the past, remember how I've said that there are two kind of recursive patterns to the way fascist movements work. And in some eras, they expand outward. They attempt to rope new people in. This would be the equivalent of Donald Trump holding up the pride flag back when he was running in 2016. This would be the equivalent of like people like Blair White saying, yeah, the Republicans aren't anti-trans, they're just anti this crazy groomer trend or whatever. And then eventually, inevitably, they consolidate and they drop all of these phony attempts at bringing more people in, and they start going like, no, actually, like, you know, you're degenerates, we're not dealing with you, you're outside of the group, you're the enemy. I think that a JD Vance pick is a continuation of the consolidation. I mean, rather than getting a like middle of the road person like Pence, relative to the GOP, that's middle of the road, was back in 2016, or a woman who could bridge the gap with the abortion issue, they instead go with like a terminally online internet tradcath Groyper type. You know, it's consolidation. It might also be a money thing. The check might have cleared. You know, it's hard to say. Maybe this is a way for Trump to signal to like Peter Thiel and other adjacent donors that he's on the up and up. I'm not really sure. Kind of hard to say. Weird pick. Weird pick.
2024 Republican National Convention is in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
What? Okay. Well, yeah, here's to another 45 minutes. You missed the prayer? Oh, no. No, fascism is the result of sexual insecurity, gavel analysis? Yeah. They're trying to out-Catholic Biden. It's always Catholic converts, man. J.D. Vance was like an Appalachian evangelical who converted to Catholicism because it was more trad and red pilled or something. Here's his conversion. JD on Project 2025. Yeah, JD Vance is fully in favor of Project 2025.
I think that what Trump should do, like if I was giving him one piece of advice, fire every single mid-level bureaucrat, every civil servant in the administrative state, replace them with our people. And when the courts, because you will get taken to court, and then when the courts stop you, stand before the country like Andrew Jackson did and say the Chief Justice has made his ruling, now let him enforce it.
Fire everyone in the government, then defy the Supreme.
That's cool. This was before he won his Senate race, by the way. He's been like an open, out-and-out Hitlerite for a while. It makes me wonder if the J.D. Vance pick is actually like the Heritage Foundation types. Not necessarily the Heritage Foundation, but people adjacent to them. You know, the more behind-the-scenes, you know, behind the curtains, string pulling types. I wonder if they're putting forward J.D. Vance because he's intelligent, and they want him to be the, like, grounded person to direct the 2025 transition when Donald Trump would be too flippant. Didn't Andrew Jackson do the Trail of Tears? What is he referencing? That's what he's referencing. Yeah, he's saying that the Supreme Court ruled against Andrew Jackson committing the genocidal Trail of Tears, and then Andrew Jackson was like, yeah, good luck stopping me. What if he's secret Hitler? J.D. Vance is not secret Hitler. Is he worse than Pence? Considerably. He looks AI generated. That he does. That I will say. Who do you think was the most likely VP before today? I don't know. I didn't expect J.D. Vance. It's either a very weak move or a very, very confident move. I don't know. Imagine the nightmare of Marjorie Taylor Greene as VP. Well, I would have liked her, because she would have been a huge weakness. Nick Fuentes doesn't like J.D. Vance. Nick Fuentes isn't an advocate for the broader neo-Nazi movement. Nick Fuentes is an advocate for his own PayPal and Bitcoin donations. Nick Fuentes has repeatedly undermined and undercut like existing efforts to normalize far-right ideology because it makes him more money to distinguish himself as an individual. Like, if anything, his opposition to J.D. Vance is probably an indication that J.D. Vance is farther to the right than we think, because Nick Fuentes doesn't want the show getting stolen. Yeah, Hippus Cat, I think I agree, which kind of seems like a competent move then, that the Republicans think they can get away with taking a VP pick who does not help them secure the election. All right, editors, you can have that one. I say like a king waving his hand dismissingly.